Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? So sorry I'm a little bit late, but I am here. We are going to be looking at flutes today. So let me just very quickly say hi to everyone and let's just get right into it and get started. So, hello, Eduardo. Flutes are yummy. Jory, Michael, Nathan, Chef Maiku. Let's see. Did I say hi to you, Michael? I did. Hi, Michael. Sean, hello. Um, okay, who else? Miguel, hello. Welcome back. Natasha, hello. Cranky, how are you? Let's see. Anyone else? Phantom is here. Hello, Carol. I recognize all your names, guys. This is great. Saxophone flutist, hello. How are you? Welcome back. Hello, hello. Ryan, hello, hello. Hey, Chris. Void, hey, what's up? Okay, wonderful. So if I missed your name, I really don't mean to. Okay. Please just put a little like hand waving emoji into the chat to get my attention if I did not call out your name. And for anyone else who is lurking, hello. I just wanted to acknowledge your presence and thank you very much for watching. I myself am a lurker in other people's streams, so I just want to say that you are valued and you are, just a very important part of this community. So thanks, guys. Yeah, it's our little community. Isn't it great? Hey, David. Hi. Okay. So, okay, before we begin, I do want to just kind of put it out there. I was just working on a really, really, really heavy video before this. So I am not the most chipper right now, but I am very confident I will become very chipper very soon. Because I know what these flutes are. Y'all don't know what these flutes are. I know what these flutes are. I just have never seen them in real life. So we will look at them together, and I did pull up the website about them so I can read it out to you guys and you guys can check it out. So, yeah. You've not seen other flutists streaming? I think every now and then some of them do. Every now and then. I'm just the weird one that streams all the time. So, cool. Excellent. So, let's get right to it. I think I've covered everything. Right. So these flutes were very generously sent over by the Flute Center. The Flute Center isn't straight up sponsoring this review though. They are, however, they're allowing me to just use their inventory for whatever I want. So this is one of my whatever I wants. So let's take a look. I got the box here. Okay. So let's get started opening it. I am going to have to probably take it off camera for a hot second, but I just wanted to prove to you guys that I have not opened this up. Really, that's all this is, the opening in front of you guys, and you guys, I guess, also get a little bit of like ASMR. So let's do this. Okay. Safety first. Put away the knife. Okay. Let's take a look, guys. All right. There it is. Okay. You guys see it? It's open. I have clearly not opened this myself first. So, I'm now going to take this off camera so that I can take out the invoice. So give me a sec. I'm just making sure y'all can't see the invoice. Okay. Okay, wonderful. So, okay. Lovely, lovely. So, I am going to fold this down so that I only can see the part that is important. which is information about these flutes. So I am going to, oh my God. Okay. Oh, by the way, I need to remove my wedding ring. So let's swap that out for my silicone ring. So, wah! There we go. Here we go. Okay, silicone ring is on, so we are good. We are set to go. Okay, let's take out these flutes. So there are, you'll notice that there's a little baby one. There is a regular sized one. Here. You guys will probably like to see it like this. So this is the invoice with all of the information on it. So, but there's none of my information on there. So don't worry, guys. And then there is this one. Okay. I'm gonna move this over here because I need more space. Okay. Putting it over here. Okay, any guesses? Any guesses as to what these are? I want to see what, were you guys even able to read the invoice? Okay, so alto, yeah, yes. Okay, Phantom is correct. This one's an alto. Okay. Can you read the labels? Can you read them? So piccolo, yep, piccolo. Okay, Eduardo got this one. I think Phantom got this one. This one's an alto. Yep. Okay. Hey, Jody, how are you? So Natasha can read the label. So, okay, yay! There it is. David got it. These are the gemstone flutes. So there you go. Flute one says copper alloy. Yep. Okay. Yep. Ryan is correct. Yep. Okay. Are you ready? I'm not ready, guys. I am so not ready for this. So we'll go one at a time. Let's start with the piccolo. Look at this. Like, what is that? Here, I think it's time for a close-up. Oh, yeah, guys. Look at that. Oh, it is gorgeous. So this one is the Nyenyezi. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, guys, but it's the Nyenyezi Trevor James piccolo in rosewood. The model is called Rihanna. So let me go on here. I'm just gonna put it here for you guys to just like oogle at it. Okay, you guys can oogle at it while I go to the Flute Center listing for this. So this one, oh, this one, I think this one's rosewood. Yeah, they do have a version that's Mopani, but let me look for the exact one here. So, let's see. Yeah, let me, okay. All right, so this is, the Trevor James Rosewood Piccolo with Nyenyezi Rihanna design finish. In quotes, need we say more? Dedicated to our rude girl, Riri, get that, Ella, out for this piccolo dripping in crystals. Oh my god. And I think you guys absolutely deserve to hear how pricey this little baby is. This little baby is currently, as of June 2024. So if you're watching this in the future, inflation is probably real. But as of now, it is $30,000. Yep. Okay. So while you guys keep oogling at it, I just found Nyenyezi's website. So if you guys want to go and take a look, it is Nyenyezihorns.com. I'm just going to edit the description underneath this stream. So if you guys want to go check out Nyenyezi's website, you guys absolutely can. By the way, if any of you guys know for a fact that I am mispronouncing Nyenyezi, please let me know. Okay, so I'll save that. Okay, so it's put in the description right now. So if you guys want to take a look at this website yourself and follow along, I am on the About page. You can refresh the page and go to the description under this live stream. So under their About page, I'm just going to read it out loud to you guys. Nyenyezi, meaning like a star, produces installations realized entirely by hand in the highest grade crystal on an otherworldly scale, creating viral visual moments to marvel at and enjoy. Born out of the darkness of 2020, saxophonists Lottie Beetle and Mike Brown launched Nyenyezi to blur the lines between art and performance, unlocking the power of an out-of-this-world, impactful visual statement. Partnering with global charities and major event specialists, Nyenyezi is a creative house generating viral sensations and returns for its partners. In this age of AI and mass manufacturing, there is a scarcity of reality. At Nyenyezi, we bring to life unreal visuals. With our creations, you are never sure if what you are looking at is a mirage of modern technology or a real oasis. To make a sensational impact, you need to be heard above the constant noise and chatter of endlessly recycled images and ideas. Nyenyezi manufactures these moments. Each creation captures the ineffable, blends the lines between art and functionality, shines bright like a diamond. We use exclusive star-cut Swarovski-grade glass crystal in all our designs. Each crystal is hand coruscated by our in-house team of highly skilled musicians and creatives. Nyenyezi generates development in the music industry and offers growth and support to the professionals working within. Our team consists entirely of professional musicians, technicians, and visual creatives, all of whom continue to work professionally within their industries, ensuring every facet and color sparkles. All creations are made entirely by hand, taking a minimum of 500 I can't even speak because that is a lot of hours and it is absolutely getting to my brain. But all creations are made entirely by hand, taking a minimum of 500 manual hours to realize. Yep. All right, guys. So there you have it. As far as I understand, I'm going to guess that in terms of how they play, this is essentially a Rosewood Trevor James piccolo. I'm curious if the addition of the crystals, if it adds anything, I guess, to the density of it. Like I'm unsure if it does something to the sound, so we will figure that out. let's head back here so I can show you guys the rest of it. By the way, Chef Maiku, thank you for the JAF 2 tier membership. I thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh, holy cow. Okay, so any questions, guys? Hey, Caesar, how are you? Welcome. Hello, Connor. Welcome. Okay. Yes. Did I miss anyone? Yeah. So, exactly, Linny. I was exactly wondering that if the crystals would dampen the vibration a bit. I really don't know. Interesting. So putting the crystals on isn't that laborious, but the glue is. I can see that. Okay. I do want to show you guys the other ones before we start playing them. Holy cow. Wow. This is quite the ooh. Oh my. Look at that, guys. Here. We're going to do a crazy up close so you guys can really see that. Look at that. Holy cow. Fun fact, guys, my engagement necklace is also Swarovski crystal. So you could say that these are very distant cousins to my engagement necklace. Look at that. Dang. So from what I understand, I believe this is a Trevor James copper alloy. Is that right? Let me see. So this one is the Trevor James copper alloy C flute with Nyenyezi obsidian design finish. All right, guys. I think what I want to do is make this a bit smaller. So let me... Here, how am I going to do this? I think I will do that. And then let me, I'm sorry for the slight scuff, but there you go. Now that fits into the frame. Okay, there we go. Cool. So now you guys can oogle that while I talk about it. So the description for this one is, embrace your dark side with the obsidian flute. This hand coruscated finish floats the glinting brilliance of volcanic glass over the all-consuming darkness of a black hole. Will you escape its gravitational pull? So this baby is $38,500 again as of June 2024. Just to give you an idea of what we're working with here, I actually do own the Trevor James copper alloy flute just by itself. I'm just going to give it a quick search here. I own it because it is actually my backup flute. So actually, I think what I'll do is I'll put this down here. Yeah, put this. So I'll put this here so you guys can keep oogling it. I'm gonna take out my Trevor James copper alloy flute. So you guys can take a look at what it looks like without all the crystals. Let me just get the correct head joint in here. Okay, sweet. So here we go. So this is the, how do I want to do this? I think I want to take this. Let me take the alto flute out. Okay, there we go. So, oh, there is already way too much going on in here. Oy. Okay, so here's this one, and then here is this one. So you guys can kind of see the two. So I believe these are actually the same flute, except this one is absolutely bedazzled. So let me look that up really quickly. Trevor James copper is what I'll look up. Okay, so mine is the C flute. Ooh, Trevor James copper alloy flute. There we go. Okay. So the copper alloy flute right now is going for, this one up here is going for $1,805 on Flute Center. As of June 2024. And this guy, which is the same flute, like looking at it, yeah, they are the same flute. This guy is going for $38,500. Also, the case, you'll see that the case is completely different. This is the case that comes with Trevor James. This is, I believe this is a Weissman French style carbon flute case, as you can see. So these are, I'm going to guess it needs to be in, let me see if the other one is that too. No, the piccolo one is not. I could see how having a case that suspends the joints would be better for the crystals. So I understand using a Weissman case for this one. But yeah, this one is $1,800 basically without the crystals, and with the crystals is $38,000. So you are looking at quite the difference. Quite the difference here. Yeah. Probably delicate, maybe. I think that is what I am curious about. I'm really curious about how it feels against my hand, because I'm very certain I'm going to feel it on my thumb and on the side of my left hand. So yeah, I think what we might end up doing is doing a direct comparison between my Trevor James copper alloy without the crystals and then with the crystals, just to see if there is maybe a sound difference, or there might be like a feeling difference, in which case I will, describe it to you guys. But there's that one. So now I think what we will do is take a look at the alto, shall we? Okay, let's see if you guys have any particular things to say. Yes, Natasha is saying you're paying for the labor. Absolutely, 100% you are paying for the labor, because every single one of these crystals is hand glued on. So the crystals are flat at the ends, so it doesn't feel too rough when holding. Okay, that's very cool. That's very cool. I like that they really thought that through. That's cool. Okay. So now let's put these guys off to the side while I show you guys the alto. See, usually we don't spend this long oogling at flutes before we start playing, but I think these ones absolutely deserve it. Right, guys? Okay. This one, I think I don't think I have the room to do a crazy, holy cow, a crazy close-up. Oh my. Oh, okay. There we go. Now it's in the frame. Okay, I'm trying to make it, wow. I actually don't have a ton of room for this. Let me just move my, okay, I'm just moving that off to the side so I have a little bit of room here. Okay, there we go, there we go. So now I can show you guys the whole thing. There, look at that. I mean, we can still do a little close up. Okay, here, there we go. So, here, let's make it even more, like, even huger. Okay, there we go. So I'm just gonna like manually pan for you guys so you guys can just see the glory of this thing. Isn't that amazing? Holy. Okay, here. I'm just going to center that, and then let's head back to this screen. Pride Month special? Perhaps indeed. Let's read the description for this one. So this one is the Trevor James alto flute in copper alloy with curved and straight head joints. I do enjoy the fact that they bedazzled both the curved and the straight one. So this one is with the Nyenyezi touring design finish. So here's the description. A flock of rainbow butterflies adorns this instrument, championed by pride flags at both head and foot joint, and finished off with a Love is Love crown. Dedicated to the brilliant Alan Turing, a British scientist personally responsible for cracking the Enigma code during World War II. Turing was tragically hounded to his death by the very government he had helped defend simply because he loved another man. Love is love, no matter where you find it. Hey, you guys are right. Eduardo was right. It is a pride flag flute. So they mentioned that the crown is also a Love is Love crown. So I think the crown is also pride. Yeah. Look at that. I don't even know if my camera can even like oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I feel like I shouldn't be touching this. Ooh. Okay, put it down very carefully. Put it down very carefully. I'm gonna lift this one up too. There we go. Yeah. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Holy cow. Yeah, weirdly enough, yeah, when you hold it, you would think that it like feels spiky, but Miguel is absolutely correct. They flatten the tops of each of the crystals. So when you feel it, it's not spiky at all. There's like, it's obviously textured because, you know, of each individual crystal, but like, it's not pokey. Yeah, it just feels like textured. That makes sense. Indeed, David. Turing was also the father of modern computer science. Absolutely. There is a street near I believe it's the Microsoft offices, and it's actually, there's a street that's actually named after Turing as well, you know, because Microsoft, right? Let's see. Hi, Maddie. Welcome to the stream. It looks like you are enjoying this flute. Hey, Sean, how are you? Where is the candelabra? So not sure if you'd like the feel yourself. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like if you guys ever get a chance to feel this, like maybe at a flute, if this happens to show up at a flute festival or like a convention or something like that, or if you visit the Flute Center, you can request to take a look at these. Yeah, it's textured. It's not spiky. That was the main thing that I was very curious about. So the Turing test which AI has only recently been able to pass. Oh, is that why they referred to AI art and stuff like that in the Nyenyezi about page? That must be it. Interesting. How did they come up with the ideas? I don't know. Humans are creative. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Lilac. Welcome to the stream of Bejeweled Flutes. These are Nyenyezi Horns. So I should actually change the name of the stream. Nyenyezi Horns. Bejeweled Flutes. Save. Okay. Still want to know how you clean between the stones. I'm going to straight up assume I ain't cleaning this. I am not going to try. Okay? This is one of those situations where like I will, like, when I put this away, guys, I will swab it out. I'll wipe off the parts that are not bejeweled. But the parts that are bejeweled, I'm not rubbing them. Okay? I'm not. And I'm going to leave it up to the Flute Center to clean it. Because I am really afraid of knocking off some of these crystals. I ain't doing it. I am leaving it to the professionals to clean between them. Cleaning sounds like a text problem. Exactly, Chef Maiku. Exactly. I feel like if you dunked it in one of those sonic cleaners during a COA, you're going to end up just like melting the glue off. I think so. So, all right, guys. Is it time? I think it is time to try. Can I get a poll? I'm going to get a poll going. I want to know which one you guys want me to start on. So I'm going to put here, which flute should I start on? Or which instrument? Instrument should I start on? We're going to go piccolo, flute, or alto. Okay. I've started the poll, so please answer the poll and let me know which one I should start on. Sean. Looks like it's covered in Tic Tacs. That's great. Okay. This is the part of the stream where I will invite the lurkers to come and very quickly vote. You don't have to say anything in the chat. You don't have to say anything in the chat, okay? But I would love for you to come in and vote on which flute you guys want me to start on. I do see I would like to get a few more votes in. I can see we're probably going to start on the alto first. Probably. All right. Okay. We got another vote in. Okay. So I'll wait for a bit longer and then I'll end the poll. I think we're getting to the point now where it's pretty obvious. I think we're going to do the flute. The alto first. Yeah. Sean wanted to get the death whistle out of the way first. Death siren. Oh, you guys are also wondering about don't wear shaggy and feathery blouses when playing these, that's for sure. Yeah. You know what? I didn't think of that. Like Miguel, I definitely didn't think of that. That is very true. I think some shirts would absolutely get caught on them. Yeah. I think like knit items would probably get caught in them too. How do you vote on YouTube? There should be a poll in the chat. Do you see how like in my chat here, underneath here, do you see how there's like a little poll there? So you should be able to do it. Like click on it to open it or something, and then vote on which one you want. Yeah. Or hair. I suppose hair could get caught in it. I do have my my little whatchamacallit hair tie. My mom got this for me in Malaysia. And I use them all the freaking time because the little spirals, they make it so that they don't put indentations in my hair, and it is fantastic. Totally has nothing to do with this review, but you know what? Good point. I'm gonna tie my hair back. Oh, you shall use that term for now on Death Siren. Death Siren just like sounds like such a delightfully heavy metal way of referencing the piccolo. I love it. Death Siren. Okay. It looks like the alto is winning. We got quite a few votes in here now, so I'm gonna end the poll now. I spoke too soon. Okay, someone else needs to come in and vote because the flute and the alto is now tied. All right. Oh, interesting. So, okay, so I guess if you guys are on iPad or like mobile of some sort, I think you guys need to click on the chat and open it up yourself. Weaponized flute. Oh, the flute is winning now. Oh, the flute is winning. Can you imagine what this looks like under stage lighting? I know. I think like based on the description that they had on their website, I feel like it was designed to be played on a stage with like all the lights and stuff, you know. Okay. All right, we got in our 30 votes. I think the flute won. Okay, we're going to end the poll. Here we go. Ending the poll. Okay. Let's go in the order that you guys voted in. Okay, so we will do C flute first, and then we'll do the we'll do the alto, and then we'll do the piccolo. Okay. Here we go. So with the flutes here, why don't I open them up for you guys? I think what I will do is let's take both of these flutes out. I'm going to do like kind of like a quick review of my own flute, my own copper alloy, and then we will do the same tests like back to back on the obsidian. So let's give this a go. Would be fun to blind people with bling from a rock or worship stage. Oh, yes. I highly agree. Highly, highly agree. Okay, so I'm going to put there. Okay. It's been a hot second since I've done like a very serious review on this Trevor James. So this is going to be fun. Okay. So I'm going to have to put it here. Okay, that's mostly in view. So now we got to get this guy. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, here. I'm going to do this so you guys can see me putting it together. Okay. Oh God. Okay. I like don't want to. Okay. This is surprisingly hardier than I thought it would be. I was really prepared for this to just be super, super delicate. Okay, we're just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna deal with however this is rotated. Okay. Oh, this is tight. Okay, we're leaving it. Putting it here. Okay, there. Whew. Okay, let's raise the desk so I can have proper posture. All right, here we go. So let's do my flute first, the plain Trevor James copper alloy C flute. So we are going to do harmonics, then we're going to do dynamics and tone color, going to do articulation, like playing with the mechanism, so like technique type stuff. And I think that's it. I always feel like I'm about to like leave one off. So let me just look it up really quickly, just so that I don't leave a portion off. Yeah, so harmonics, tone color, and dynamics. Yeah, scales, which is the mechanism, and articulation. Okay, so I did get them all. Okay, very good. So I'm just going to leave that on the side. Okay. Woo. All right, let's start with the regular one first so I have like a good baseline. Need to be shorter. There we go. this actually sits further forward than my flute does in the mouth. It's so forward, it's almost outside. So I think I do need to use my whiteboard here. So give me a second. There's going to be a little bit of scuff. So excuse me. All right. I'm really sorry, guys. My OBS is not responding. Oh no. The scuff is definitely happening. No. Okay, you guys can still hear me though, right? I think you guys can still hear me and see me just fine. So, no, you guys can't. Oh no. Okay. Hi. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, that was so unfortunate. Are y'all back now? I'm so sorry, guys. It scuffed so hard. It scuffed so hard that it just killed my stream. All right. I'm sorry for the scuff, guys. I'm actually still setting up my computer. But we'll deal. Okay. So, in terms of what is happening in the mouth, okay, let's do this. So just to kind of give you guys a really quick kind of peek into my mouth. Is there an eraser? There is. Oh no, why would it do that? Okay, not eraser. I see, I understand. We need to go white. So, not quite that, but if we did, oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, something like that. All right. So the lowest notes feel like they're out here. Your middle register notes, well, your highest notes, that is. The highest notes feel like they're like up here somewhere. And the middle register notes kind of feel like they're like around here, something like that. It's all right up in the front of the mouth. Like it's pretty crazy. So,
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly how it works. So again, these are low notes. This is middle register, and then this is high register. So that's how a Trevor James copper alloy plays. And very quickly, I will now play a little bit with tone color and dynamics.
Okay, this is pretty interesting. So, if we do, how do I explain this? I have to show it from the side profile and in front. So we'll start with the side profile. In terms of how the like where you have to open it in order to make it rich, it all depends on how much space you give this area. So if you like the shape inside of the mouth feels like this for soft notes, soft and hollow, thin, and then if you want to make it really loud and rich, then you have to create, it's not quite that. It feels like you're going like that, if that makes sense. That's loud. Like that's the shape that you have to keep really wide and huge in the mouth. So from the side profile, though, it also goes from small to huge. So your airstream itself goes from, so like your airstream goes from this tiny little circle to something that feels like that. So this is loud / rich. Whereas the other one is like soft, thin. Okay. Any questions so far? Any questions? I hope this makes sense to you guys. These are the shapes that I'm thinking of inside of my mouth. in order to make it soft and loud, like thin, rich, etc. So now let's fiddle around with articulation and dynamic, articulation and scales just really quickly. So as expected, the tongue just hits the exact same spots where I'm feeling it resonate. So these spots that you're seeing that I've marked with where the low notes are and where the middle register and the high register are. So the tongue will meet those spots. So playing your lowest notes, you do have to kind of tongue almost in between your teeth. Then for middle register, you'll tongue behind your front teeth. And then for high notes, you will tongue on like the top part of your top teeth. I think the absolute highest ones, you'll probably end up hitting kind of like where the teeth meets the gums. So that's articulation. And then let me just fiddle around with the mechanism of it. So trill keys are very bouncy. The thumb B flat is also surprisingly bouncy. The right hand middle finger, so the E key, does feel heavy because this has split E mechanism. So that one feels a little bit heavier, but it doesn't feel clunky. It just feels heavier. The gizmo has a tiny bit of a flop to it, but that is usually to be expected. B flat lever has a really nice bounce. Usually has a flop to it, but this one has a really nice bounce. So that's what we're working with on my flute. Let's now move on to how the Nyenyezi plays. So I think you guys are going to want to see, because now you guys can see how this works. I'm going to guess it should work very similar to this on the Nyenyezi, because it really is actually the same flute, but just completely bejeweled. So let's move to this screen. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Definitely heavier. You can actually feel there's a bit of a weight difference. Because of the crystals, it's also thicker. So, like, it's almost like having little lifts off of the tubing. Interesting. Here we go. Yeah, as soon as I bring it up to my face, like, you can really feel the weight difference. That's much heavier.
terms of behavior, same thing. It works exactly the same. It's the same flute. However, I will say, weirdly, the presence of all of the jewels, it almost kind of makes me feel like I have more of, like, there's more, it's literally denser. Like, there's more flute for me to blow against. So I think the crystals have essentially turned this into a heavy wall. I think that's how I would describe it. Like, it just feels like I have more to push against. So it can take more air. I want to see what happens if I don't push as much against it. Yeah, you hear that? Like, it's just that's how I played it on the non-bejeweled one, and it rang a lot more on the non-bejeweled one, but you can hear that it's like, you know, this wants more air, I think. Yeah, I think the crystals turn it into an uber heavy wall. I think that's what it is. Stacy, hello. Welcome. Yeah. So, yeah, Sean can also hear the extra mass. It sounds heavy walled. Yeah. Holy cow, the weight of it is actually insane. Yeah. Oh, Sean, thank you for so much for saying, like, you know, validating my choice of my backup flute. Yeah, I bought this backup flute, like, as a flute for my backup because I still sound like me. Hey, Alden, how are you? Yeah, okay, so I think maybe it sounds thicker because it needs more air than the other one. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so. Like, it's uber heavy walled, essentially. This is the heavy wall version of the Trevor James copper alloy. It's so interesting. Okay, let's try tone, color, dynamics, that type of thing. Okay, I think because of the extra mass, for some reason, it has stabilized the softer notes. So I'm not sure if you guys could hear just how little air I can put into this thing, and yet it doesn't really waver. So this flute is just like, it feels like it's stockier. And so even when I put in an airstream that may or may not be completely 100% stable, it's like the flute stabilizes it for me. So okay, what's particularly interesting is I feel like I can go softer, weirdly enough, on this obsidian than I can on the non-bejeweled version. However, I feel like I can push to something even louder and like bigger on the non-bejeweled one than on this one. This one I feel like I hit a wall. Like I kind of hit almost sort of like an upper limit in terms of how loud I can really push it. I don't know if you can hear that. push it. I think it doesn't want to be pushed in the same way though. So I'm just going to try out very quickly this one. I know the difference. So the difference is, let's go back to our whiteboard. The difference is that the non-bejeweled version, when you're trying to push it to be louder, it wants you to more so rely on widening the airstream inside of the mouth. Like more reliance on the widening than the kind of dipping into like openness in the lower jaw area. So let me see if I can put this here. So this is like going this way is more important for the regular Trevor James. Okay, but opening up your mouth down into your front lower jaw area, this is more important for the obsidian. That's really interesting. So there's something to do with the presence of all the crystals that is causing it to not respond or start cracking if you widen up your airstream too much. So instead, to go really loud, you instead really open up your lower jaw, like you open that up, or like as if you have stuffed at least 2 marbles into the front of your lower jaw. Like if you do that, then the obsidian will respond well. I noticed that the regular Trevor James does not actually respond very well to that. So, yeah, super interesting. I wonder then, because usually I tend to relate the shape of the airstream in terms of kind of like widening or getting taller and thinner. I usually relate that kind of movement to tone color differences. So I wonder if the presence of the crystals actually kind of restricts a little bit of the tone color variation that you can do. Copper, from my experience, is very, it's very malleable. So like whatever tone color you want, you can make it do it. It's a chameleon. But I'm wondering if the presence of so many crystals may somewhat limit how much tone color you can do. So I'm just going to do a really quick kind of like comparison between the two again. So here we go. So I was trying those two melodies just to get like something that sounded more like a wooden flute and then one that sounded more reedy. So we're going to try that here now. Nope. I am incorrect. It does not limit the tone color. It's that you have to manipulate it differently. So without the jewels, the tone color is more so manipulated sideways. So your airstream shape that's coming out of your mouth, if the shape of it is wider, then you get that like rich, reedy tone color. And then if it's like thin, like this, if it's thinner and smaller, then you get that thin, woodsy tone color. On the with the all the jewels on it, it's like it kind of turns it 90 degrees. so you're working with like, instead of widening your airstream in order to get that really rich sound, you actually kind of like dip down instead. So you go vertical. You kind of like make it big like this vertically instead of making it big horizontally like this. So again, just for anyone dropping in, the tone color manipulation is completely like, essentially it's just like 90 degrees. So it's really interesting. Yeah, it's there, but in a different place, exactly as Sean is saying. So like it is actually technically is responding the same way, but the whole manipulation is turned 90 degrees. It's vertical now. And I don't know why it being so heavy walled essentially is doing it to that. I don't know why it's making that particular situation happen. Yeah. Hey, Brenda. Yeah. Yeah. It's really interesting. I think now that I'm really like getting to know how this works, I don't know why the presence of all these crystals has just like turned the manipulation of the tone color on its side. It's making me wonder, like I'm starting to wonder about other heavy walled flutes. And I'm wondering if they do something similar to this. If like the thicker wall kind of like, changes something with how you manipulate tone color. Huh. But that's super interesting. Just for fun, I'm going to try out some scales and articulation, but that is probably going to be more or less the same. Just for a sanity check, I'm going to just try it on the non-bejeweled one. Okay, as far as I can tell, the tonguing sound, it feels the same. The obsidian can take more tongue though. Like you can tongue harder. And so I think this is a preference thing. So if you tend to tongue harder, naturally, you probably want a heavy walled flute essentially. So it just can take more. It can take more air. It can take more tongue. It can just take more force, essentially. And then just gonna try out the all the keys here. I mean, it's the same flute. So all the keys feel exactly the same. You know, like what I was describing earlier. It's all the same. So for the most part, very bouncy keys. The right hand middle finger key, the E key, is a little bit heavy due to the presence of split E mechanism. There are more things for it to push down. And then, but yeah, thumb B flat is surprisingly very, very bouncy feeling. B flat lever, also very bouncy feeling. This one, I think they might have tightened something, because the gizmo is actually bouncier on this one. So I think maybe I can get mine adjusted sometime. But yeah, nice and bouncy. Everything is nice and bouncy. Yeah. So it's a great flute, guys. But apparently the presence of the crystals, one, essentially turns into a heavy wall flute. Two, so because it turns into a heavy wall flute, it can take more air and can take more tongue. And the manipulation of the tone color is essentially turned 90 degrees. So you dip more into like opening up your lower jaw area in order to like enrich the sound. So those are my thoughts on this one. What do you guys think while I clean this up? I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them away and then clean them all later. What do y'all think? Bobby doesn't like the crystals. All right then. But you got to be okay with other people liking it, okay? It is definitely a preference thing. Also, it is a money thing. So if you have enough money, you can get it. But anyway, I'm going to put that away. And I will clean this later, guys. Don't worry. I just don't want to spend all the time right now cleaning it. So I think next we are going to try the alto. I believe that's what it is. Right? Yeah. Alto is next. So I'm going to... Oh, thank God that came out really, really easily. Okay. I really don't want to push it in. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So... Okay. Whew. And then stick this in there. Let it lay there. Okay. I will clean this up shortly, but I just want to keep it protected as I try other flutes. So it's now time to try this baby. Here we go. So I am very short, so I will indulge and try the straight head very briefly. Then I think I'm going to do most of the review on the curved head, because I already look like a child playing a C flute, okay? But let's do this. Here we go. And just so you guys know, the copper, oh no. Oh no. I cannot actually fit the foot joint on, guys. It's too big. I'm really sorry, guys. Yeah. I think this needs to be refitted by the Flute Center. Oh no. Yeah, I think it needs to be refitted. That's really unfortunate. Yep. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I'm sorry, guys. Um, I could, for the fun of it, just treat it like it doesn't have a foot joint. Yeah, the tendon is out of round. Exactly. Um, so I think it needs to be redone by the Flute Center. Yeah. Yeah. So that's really, really unfortunate. Yeah. I think it just slipped past um the just probably just slipped past an inspection. The other thing too is that this particular case is not a Weissman. Um so sometimes things like this can happen in transit. Yeah. Okay, so you guys are, it seems like you guys want to at least kind of hear it, right? So why don't we just pop on the head joint? Yeah, I wonder, I feel like it got knocked around in shipment. I really wonder about that. I'm going to be sending photos to the Flute Center. Um, but yeah. Whoop. Okay, so there goes the head joint. Yeah, this one has the mother of pearl on the keys here. Okay. Let's just try it like this without the foot joint and see what happens. I think it's because I don't have the foot joint, guys. Yeah. the more I think about it, because I was looking at how it was in here, I think it got banged around a little bit in shipping, which is super unfortunate. Yeah. I like how some of you guys are like, I wouldn't be able to take myself seriously if I had a flute that looked like that. And then other people are like, I need it. Oh, y'all are so cute. Okay. I don't think it's fair for me to do a full review of this one, but let me at the very least give you guys my like just immediate thoughts. So let me just, for the sake of my comfort, I am going to pop on the curved head joint. There we go. Yeah, so by the way, guys, I do highly recommend Weissman cases. Oh my gosh, this is a very tight fit. Oh, I am not comfortable. I'm not comfortable putting it in, guys. I'm not comfortable doing it because there is the presence of so many crystals. Yeah. I'm not going to do it. So, but as I was saying, I do highly recommend Weissman cases. Because it is a lot safer for your flute. If you have to ship your flute, it is so much better for the flute. Okay, let's get a few more thoughts on this one. Okay. So, just to deliver some impressions for you guys, the tone color works the same as on the obsidian, so the C flute. So if you're going for a richer sound, you really have to dig into your, like, open up the front of your lower jaw, or like that, to really like get that rich sound. So again, I find that if I'm trying to play with the airstream like shape like horizontally. If I try to like squish it out and stuff like that, it just doesn't really respond. It responds to me like dropping my jaw and going like that. So in terms of the like where the notes resonate, it's like the C flute, but everything is dropped a little lower. So everything is dropped about, like on my face, it feels like everything's dropped about half a centimeter lower, just a bit. So everything's just dropped down a little bit. And so the tongue also has to hit slightly lower as well. Let me see what else. Well, I mean, the mechanism feels great, guys. Oh my God. Very bouncy. Yeah, really fantastic. Yeah, I think those are my like initial thoughts on, you know, on what we have to work with here. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I wanted to do sort of like a surprise thing, and also so that you guys know that I am actually live reacting to these. Yeah. Yep, alto mech, very comfortable. Yes. 100%. The even though I am such a small person, I find the Trevor James altos to be always so comfortable. They've really like got the ergonomics down. So yeah. Did I ever get my own alto? I didn't yet. I did not yet. Yeah. Okay. So, essentially, this is just a bigger version in terms of feeling of the C flute, except that everything is just dropped a little lower in the mouth. Everything is dropped a little lower, and everything's like just a hair bigger. Like your airstream has to be a hair bigger and lower. Bigger, lower. That's essentially what we're working with here. So I will clean this up later, and then I will make sure that the Flute Center knows that this unfortunately probably got banged around a little bit too much in shipping, which is super unfortunate. Oy, that makes me super sad. Okay, I'll clean that up, probably off camera. Now for the piccolo. So this one, I think I definitely need to wear earplugs, or at least one earplug. So we'll pop in an earplug. When it comes back, have them send the non-jewel version too. You know what? I might actually get them to do that. For the next review, we can do sort of like a makeup. Does that sound good? We can try that. I can ask them for that. Here it is. Here is the like super crazy. This is the Rihanna, apparently. The Rihanna piccolo. So this one is rosewood. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. You know, I'm really impressed with how hardy these crystals are. They're very hardy. I am actually legitimately quite impressed. Okay. Let's do this. I haven't, to be fair, guys, I have not actually tried, at least I don't remember trying a Trevor James piccolo before. I have tried the Trevor James alto as well. So this one is the one where I feel like I really am just kind of walking into this blind. So let's see. Oh, okay. Interesting. I can feel the crystals on my face here, like just a little bit, but I can feel them. So just so you guys know what I'm doing, my lower lip is pretty big. So I am finding that I need to move this higher up my lip. I think this is probably one of the reasons why I really enjoy a carved lip plate. I feel like with a carved lip plate, I can kind of feel a little bit better where I'm supposed to put it. This one is just carved straight in. But there is like a sharp edge on the side here. Like it kind of comes up and like down an edge. So I think it kind of creates a little bit of a wave style effect, a little bit of it. But there is no carved lip plate on the side that's closer to me. So I am finding that personally, my face has to find it a little bit. So excuse me while I find it. Not everyone's going to have this issue. So it's just that I happen to have, if you kind of look here, I kind of have pretty large protruding lips for my face. So I need to kind of like find it. I need the other. I'm starting to feel where it needs to sit, and my mouth does not like it. But my mouth does not have room up there. This is a very forward playing piccolo. Sorry guys. This is a very forward playing piccolo, and it wants to sit in front of my teeth. And I find it so difficult to like get my top lip away from my teeth. Like I find that so difficult. I'm just going to say it. Just going to straight up say it. It might have something to do with the fact that I have kind of a flat face. Okay? I'm aware of this. Like if you look at me from the side profile, I ain't got much side profile. Okay? And because of that, I personally find that when flutes and piccolos want me to resonate in front of my teeth, it's pretty difficult for me. And I think that this piccolo wants to do that. And my face does not want to do it. So if you, however, have a more pronounced profile, facial profile, and your top lip can actually kind of come off of your teeth and your gums, you probably will like this. Not so much my face though. Oh. Oh yeah, it's exactly what I'm saying. It wants to be here, but my face is too flat. Yeah. A great flute for one person isn't a great flute for another. We're all built a little differently, and the flute must be too. Exactly, Sean. Exactly. So, you guys listening to me play this and hearing me struggle, please do not assume that that is the piccolo. 100% I can feel that it wants to resonate right here, and I do not physically have the space for it. I physically don't have it. My face is too flat to play this piccolo. Oh my god. Okay. What I will say is it does play very similarly to the copper alloys though. I will say that. What I will say though is here, let's go back to our whiteboard, okay? I'm glad we did this whiteboard thing because the piccolo, all right, our friend the piccolo is like the same except everything is a little bit further forward. Like this is a bit further forward, this is a bit further forward, this is a bit further forward. Like so I don't have enough space for it. Like again, look at my side profile. I don't have much of a side profile. I have a very, very flat face. I don't have that space to play this piccolo. I wouldn't say that it's the crystals fighting it. I think that's the wood. I think it's the wood. The wood itself, like I probably don't agree with rosewood. All right. Enjoy your evening, Michael. Yeah. I mean, you could say that the vibrations are being stopped, but the vibrations are being stopped because I have no space for it to resonate in my face. So, what we're going to do, if you guys are okay with it, I just really just forced myself to go to like as much as I could. I just was trying to force myself to like get my top lip to be as far away as possible. You guys could hear I at least could squeak my way up to a high G. But like I don't have space for the rest of it at all. So, what we're going to do is stay in the middle, in the low register, in the middle register. I hope you guys are okay with that because my face does not like this piccolo. I actually have to call it. Like, most of the time I can force myself to create the specific shape that a flute or piccolo wants me to. But in this case, I think I physically can't do it. I've actually found a piccolo that found my limit. So, okay, let's mess around a bit more. Okay. Yeah, it's right there. Like, I literally have no more space anymore. I can pretty much, I can eke my way up to a G. That was an F. An F is still almost not there. But like, I can make just enough room to make it stand out. So, okay. I can still make it work. Okay. How do the crystals feel? Just textured. Like it just feels like how would I describe this? It feels like pebbles with slight more edge. Little pebbles with slight more edge is how I would describe it. Yeah. Turning the flute in more. I think I was doing that and it wasn't. That wasn't quite it. It was that it wants to resonate right here and I don't have a lot of space for it. Okay. Oh yes, for sure. If you guys have any kind of like a hypersensitivity or what's the word? It's not hypersensitivity. It's sensory issues. Like if you guys have any sensory like like you get overloaded, you're probably not gonna like this, just straight up. Okay. It's a lot. Okay, I am making it work now because yeah, it's exactly as I was saying. It just wants to resonate way up there and in the front. And I can really only go up to F because that is the only space I have left now. Okay. What else did we want to mess around with? So we figured it out now. Tone color. So tone color on this thing, I'm noticing works exactly the same as on the other Bejeweled flutes. So do you guys hear how like that last one that I did, it sounded like it was like resisting it. So the first one, when I was like kind of getting into that really rich sound, I was also like digging into my lower jaw as if I've stuffed a few marbles into the front of my lower jaw. Okay, what I will say is that I think it's probably because of all the crystals. You're essentially working with a heavy wall piccolo. And with a heavy wall piccolo, I'm finding that it can hold a very soft piano very well, extremely stable. I mean, that's what I discovered on the other Bejeweled flutes too. Like they can really hold a very, very soft note very, very stably. So here we go. Do you guys hear how I have to like walk my way up to that note? Because my lip is too fat to play this, and my face is too flat to play this. So I am finding that I am just constantly losing where this piccolo wants to sit. So if you have thinner lips than me and you have a much more pronounced side profile, I think that you will like this piccolo. It's just, my face is just not built to play this piccolo at all. So I feel like it is harder to get louder on this, probably because there's so much going on, but it is really easy to be soft. So if you want like a more kind of like almost like a dampened effect, I would say. If you want like a dampened effect, like this is a very expensive way of going about it. It is gorgeous though. I mean, you guys can hear when I can make it work. It sounds really nice. I really enjoy how like gentle and sweet and like little kind of like birdie chirpy kind of, you know, like a very, very delicate sound. I really enjoy it. However, it's just not built for my face. I think the rosewood, that part is probably the rosewood part is just not really built for my face. The coppers are definitely built for me. You guys can really tell, I think. But the rosewood is not built for my face at all. And that is totally fine because we are all different people in the world. We need different piccolos, different flutes. Let's see. Is there anything else that I should try out? I did try out the articulation, as you guys heard. The articulation is exactly as expected. You just kind of like, you have to tongue pretty forward on this piccolo and very lightly. And you have to kind of go up and down your tooth, come down, up for high notes, down for low notes. Let's see. The mechanism. Very bouncy. Ooh, there's like a nice kind of like halfway resistance on the trill keys. What that usually does is it makes the trills very vibrant. So let me try that out. See, I lost it again. You guys hear how like it's very sweet and there's like this there's like a really nice kind of snap and bounce to it, and it's usually that's a result of like when you feel the trill keys have that like very slight resistance. If it has a very slight resistance, it snaps a little bit more, so you get more of that kind of like really snappy trill. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, pretty much as expected. Like very nice kind of like midway, not totally, it's not completely light, but it's also not completely very resistant, you know? So yeah, it's nice. That gaudy piccolo better play itself for that price point. The wood doesn't match me. I actually wonder if I got to try a Mopani Nyenyezi. I'm curious about that one. That's the one I'm curious about. I might do a follow-up with the Flute Center and ask them if they have the Mopani one on hand. Because maybe they can send me that one and the like the tweaked alto, so I can try that again. We'll see though. No promises. We'll see. So yeah, yeah, and then dynamics and tone color was digging into that front of the lower jaw again. Okay, there we have it, guys. That was Nyenyezi Bejeweled Flutes and Piccolos. What did you guys think? Is there anything that you feel like I missed out on trying? Let me know. I'm gonna start cleaning them up a little bit. What material is my piccolo? My piccolo is Mopani. That is why I'm very curious to see if the Mopani Nyenyezi would. I'm gonna guess it will respond much better to me than the rose would. The Mopani tends to, like, what Mopani does, I find on me, is it makes it so that you resonate the note behind your teeth. And to me, that feels extremely comfortable because I can feel what I'm doing. It's like the world of 1 million flutes today, pretty much. Gold-plated flute one? Which one are you talking about? Flutes are yummy. Also, I did see Blue Moon, if you're here. Yes. Bejeweled Flutes and Piccolos. Thanks for dropping by. Let me see. Where is my... This happens every time, guys. I feel like every time I do a review, it's just everywhere. Everything goes everywhere. Trying the obsidian head joint on my flute's body. Oh! That's a good idea. Okay, when I get to cleaning it, which is very soon, I'll do that before I completely clean it up. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'll try that. Can I try out the e-bear? Sure. I'll try out a little bit of it. Okay. So when you try lilac, you like to see, I'm assuming that you're telling people about how you like to see how 2-octave leaps feel without correction, to see how much you have to alter the way you play. That's a really good test. Yeah, I like that. Because if you have to do too much, like, I call it like mouth gymnastics in order to play a flute, you're ultimately not going to really like the flute. Because you have to do so much adjusting. Yeah. Okay, so here is the obsidian, and before I clean it up, I will do what you guys suggested and try the obsidian head joint on the regular non-bejeweled flute. So let's try that and see what happens. Okay. Like, I wonder if it will be sort of like a perfect middle ground. It looks kind of cool this way. Yep, perfect fit because it's the same flute. Okay. Let's try it. it's like an in-between. It feels like an in-between. Like it's like a part heavy wall. I also kind of feel like it's pushed everything more forward, weirdly enough. Oh gosh. My brain. We're looking it up. Yep. It's pushed everything forward, which is kind of strange because that's not what happened when the entire thing is crystallized. It's very forward playing now, like to the point that it's too forward for me. Like everything is in front of my teeth right now. Like this feels like the flute version of the piccolo we just put away. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. Here. Yeah, everything is in front of my teeth now. I think we can safely draw that conclusion. Oh, that is uncomfortable. For my face. To be fair, for my face. Again, if you guys are just dropping in, you will notice that I have not much of a side profile. I have a very flat face. And because of that, if a flute wants me to resonate notes in front of my teeth, I just physically do not have a lot of space for it. So I think that was a pretty good test. That was interesting. I feel like if the entire flute is obsidian, like, or crystallized, or bejeweled, it doesn't do that. Like, it doesn't, like, stick everything forward. It just feels more like the entire thing is heavy wall, you know? Huh. Okay. I'm gonna swab out my flutes. What do you guys? Nathan says that they need to get good at gluing crystals. Well, be prepared to spend at least 500 hours per instrument. Holy. Miguel, you're going to NFA for first time. I'm going to be at NFA, guys. I'm going to be at the Flute Center booth Saturday, August 3rd at 3 p.m. and Sunday, August 4th at 11 a.m. So if you guys see me, and also if you guys just want to hang out and shop for flutes together at the Flute Center booth, I will be there at those hours. If you see me milling about the convention, please stop me, okay? Please stop me. Like, even if I look like I'm going somewhere, okay? Just stop me and say, hey, I watch your content. Hello. Okay? Please, like, I would love to meet you guys, all right? So, like, let me know, like, if you're there, okay? Like, please, please, please just stop me and say hi. So, yeah. These flutes are gorgeous. It wasn't the Harry Potter theme song. This, what I just played is a theme from the Sumeru region in Genshin Impact. Oh, Flutes Are Yummy, you missed the flute show for Australia. It was in March. Does it happen every year? Because if it happens every year, just plan for it next year. Yeah. Susie is asking, hello, Susie, how are you? Where's the event? So the convention is going to be in San Antonio, Texas. Yeah. San Antonio. Okay, let me put this away. I need to see this one. I can polish up. Yeah. I'm not gonna try the obsidian on my head joint on my flute because I can almost guarantee it's not gonna fit. So Brandon's are pretty well known to be very, very narrow flutes. A lot of head joints do not fit a Brandon. So I don't really want to try that right now. So I'm not going to. I'm gonna put away my Trevor James. I know, I would love to go every year and just like meet you guys. Ooh, things almost fell over here. There are too many things officially on here. There we go. Okay. Ooh, they even have the contrabass flute at the one in Australia. Very fun. That's super, super fun. Yes. So Miguel, like, please pop by the booth on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday at between 3 to 5, and Sunday between 11 to 1. So anyone who's watching, by the way, who's going to be there at the National Flute Association Convention in San Antonio, Texas, August 1st to 4th, 2024. If you're going to be there and if you see me, please stop me and say hi, or at the very least, if you want to come and find me, I will be at the booth. Again, Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., Sunday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mocker, you got a new Haynes flute. Congratulations, everyone. Please congratulate Mocker in the chat. That's fantastic. We hope you enjoy your new Haynes flute. Celestian, hello. I'm just cleaning up now. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in and you want just a quick recap on what I think of these amazingly bejeweled flutes, it's that they're essentially extremely heavy walled flutes. That's basically what you're working with here. They do very interesting things to your like how you control the tone color. So I always expect to play with the tone color horizontally, so I tend to kind of like flatten the airstream, or I make it narrow, thin and narrow. But when the flute is bejeweled like this, for some reason, it kind of turns it 90 degrees. And so I have to kind of really like, to get a really rich sound, I have to kind of dig into my lower jaw, pretend like I have 2 or 3 marbles stuck in there. It's very interesting. Okay. And I'm just wiping down the mechanism, guys. 'Cause I'm very aware that I have very oily fingers. So I'm just wiping them down. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Wiping down, wiping off my grimy little fingerprints. There we go. Cool. Okay, so that one is cleaned and ready to go. And then we have our last one that I didn't play too much of. So, but we still need to wipe it. Here we go. You're so welcome, Nathan. I'm glad you guys had fun. We might do a do-over of the alto here. So I will inquire the Flute Center about it, because I do know that there's another flute that is waiting to be sent to me. So we might just kind of stash it in the same, whatchamacallit, in the same box. Wow, my brain is completely and utterly fried. Okay, just push this down. There we go. So that's nice and wiped through, right? Yeah, it's very nice and dry now. And I'm going to dry off the head joint. The square thing stuff goes in. Yes, exactly. You read my mind. That was exactly where my brain was going towards. And I was like, Joe, you need to be a little bit more eloquent with your words. Not everyone is going to know what you mean when you think to yourself, the square thing that stuff goes into. Have I heard of the brand Smart Case? Jasmine collabed with them. Oh, but they deleted it. Oh, that's really sad. I hope everything worked out okay for them. But no, I haven't heard of that brand before. Okay, cool. That looks dry to me.
Okay, and I'm going to just wipe off the parts that were against my skin. So the lip plate, wiping that off. Cool, cool, cool. So guys, I wanted to let you guys know I'm probably going to let this live stream just kind of live as an archived live stream. Partially because I'm kind of curious about whether or not we might do a do-over on this alto. If we do a do-over on this alto, I think it'd be really nice if if I do a highlights kind of video to kind of include that in the highlights video, instead of kind of like making two separate highlights videos. All right. The other thing is that right now I am working on a really big project, like a personal project that you guys will see very soon. So all of my efforts are kind of going towards that right now. Okay, by the way, nice and clean. So we're going to put that away. But yeah, so if you guys are okay with it, I'm just going to leave this live stream as its own little archived stream and I'm going to hold off on doing a highlight reel of this particular stream. Just because I feel like it's a little bit incomplete right now. So, sound good with you guys? Does that sound good? The crystal butterfly and the flute look so cool. I completely agree, Ashton. Also, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. And also, I'm very thirsty now. So, Victor, if you're still in the chat, cheers. Victor is my person in the chat who always reminds me to drink water. That was for you. I do have a bass flute cleaning rod, don't I, Michael? Thank you for reminding me. I think I made do with what I had here, but I did forget that. So thank you for reminding me. Yeah. Hello, everyone in the future. Yeah. So if you guys want, you guys can say hi to everyone who's watching this as an archived live stream. All right. Did you miss the bling Saturday? I'm sorry. I think you did. But it's okay. The stream will live on, so you can watch it at your own pace. I do apologize that the middle of it is a little bit scuffed because my OBS decided to freeze. So I do apologize for that, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm also in the midst of transitioning into a new setup, so that's why things are kind of a little borked right now. But you know what? I'm just taking it in stride. That's just kind of how life is going right now. You know, you just kind of have to, let life be life, right? So, yes, water of the day, indeed. Okay. Oh, you guys are so fun. All right. Well, thank you all so much for a really fun stream. It would not have been half as fun without you guys. I've never, regretted going live with these reviews. So I hope you guys learned a little something, got to be just delightfully, nerdy with me, that we even analyzed these Bejeweled flutes. The crystals do actually change the behavior of the instrument. They actually do. So I was very pleased to figure out what changes. But yeah, so I will do a follow-up with the Flute Center, but there are no guarantees, okay? Just straight up telling you guys, there are no guarantees that there will be a follow-up review, but I will do my due diligence to ask about it. Okay, so I don't want to make promises to you guys that I don't actually end up keeping. So I just wanted to let you guys know. All right. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I love y'all so very, very much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. And I shall see you guys in the next stream. I should be streaming again on Tuesday. Next week, I'm planning on streaming on only Tuesday and Wednesday because it is July 4th on the Thursday and Hubs has the day off. So I want to spend that time with him. All right. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have an amazing weekend. Please take care of yourselves. Do whatever it is that you need to be at your best health mentally and physically. I know that, there's a lot of things that we can't control, but, to the best of your ability, take care of yourselves. All right. Because there's no music without the musician. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Laters. Good night.